Hi everybody, it's Richard here again and welcome to another video. Now, I haven't been buying very much over the past 6 months or so, but it's only been 2 weeks since I last did my last vinyl and CD update, and now I've got another one. Because there are a couple of vinyl albums that came out that I had to have, and then there's other bits and pieces, as well as a 7-inch single and a few CDs that I wanted to add to the collection, and they were obviously quite cheap. So, okay, we'll start off with the vinyl. 7-inch single, T-Rex, I'm Dazed. It's their brand new single. I get my glasses on here. And hype sticker says, newly discovered music from T-Rex. 2 previously unreleased tracks from 1975, including the previously unheard song I'm Dazed. Limited edition cosmic yellow 7-inch vinyl. So a good description of it's a good T-Rex description, being cosmic yellow. And the B-side of it is Billy Super Duper Take 2. Now, Billy Super Duper had been released before 1982 from the album of the same name, but it had overdubs and strings and all added to it, so this is more a raw type sound, and it's an okay song. It was never a brilliant song, but I'm Dazed I think is really good. And you can see from the photograph there, that is a picture from Mark Bolan around the time of Bolan's Zip Gun, and it sounds like a cross between Zip Gun and Futuristic Dragon. But it's a really good single. I'm delighted to have got it. Now, it actually was uploaded to YouTube about a month ago, and the B-side I think only came up yesterday, the day of release. So that's the first. The second vinyl, and I couldn't believe this got released, and I finally got this on double album. I do have the original single edition of this that came out in 1990, but the album's 60 minutes long, so the quality was pretty poor, and it's my favourite Mike Oldfield album, Amarok. And this says Mike Oldfield Amarok, cut at half speed at Abbey Road Studios. And it is a double album, but there's no real inners, so they both are exactly the same, black sleeve, same Amarok type label, but it sounds absolutely brilliant. Now, I've always claimed that this album is best listened to on CD because it is a 160-minute piece, but put it this way, it's nice to be able to listen to it in chunks rather than having to sit through the whole of the 60 minutes, even though it is my favourite of his albums. I think it's absolutely brilliant. So delighted to get this, and it makes the other album I have, the original single LP, redundant really, because it just didn't sound good. Any flaw at all, you know, and any little sort of surface scratch, you know, you could hear it, because the tracks were, or the actual track was so pushed together. So great to have this. So that's Amarok by Mike Oldfield. And the last of the vinyl, and it's the new album by my favourite, a solo female singer, and it's Tanita Tikaram, Liar, Love Isn't Alright. And this, I believe, is her 10th album, and it's got a nice inner sleeve. I do have a complaint about this album though, and it's on your standard black vinyl. I think there are coloured vinyl editions, and then you get a card with her signature on gold, if you can see it there. The thing that annoys me about this is there's no pictures of Tanita at all on the album. I would have liked, because she's a beautiful looking woman, I just wish there had been some sort of picture of Tanita, but obviously not. So the actual cover I'm not that keen on, but the album itself is actually very good. It's very laid back, like most of her later ones. This reminds me more of her Sentimental album from 2003, which is actually my favourite album of hers. I hated it at the start, but I got to really love it. So this one would be a grower. At the moment it would be sort of bottom half, but it will grow. I know that because the songs are so strong, and she does an actual decent version of Wild as the Wind, the song that David Bowie covered back in his Station to Station days. So Liar, Love Isn't Alright by Tanita Tikaram. So if we go on to some of the CDs that I got, and the first one is, surprise surprise, Liar, Love Isn't Alright by Tanita Tikaram. And This is, I believe, more or less the same. You've got your CD there, and you do have some inserts. You get the booklet, which actually gives the lyrics. The LP doesn't give the lyrics now. That is actually very surprising, but that's the way it is. And you also get that little card with her signature on it. So yeah, I had to get both of them, her being my favourite female solo singer. So that's today's tick room again. Liar, Love Isn't Right. Other CDs I bought, I fancied this. I actually have this on vinyl, and I thought I had it in CD, never did. And it's Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds, and this is a more recent issue, because I remember seeing this in one of those fat jewel case boxes. And inside this we have just various ringtones. Maybe it's not that new, and the booklet itself is sort of stapled on or glued on to the side, which is very difficult to show. But yeah, it's a very, very good album, and as I say, never had it in CD, so I thought at the price, why not? This one here is, believe it or not, Alvin Stardust, and this was his last album before he died. I think this came out actually before he passed away, and this is nothing like Alvin Stardust from the 1970s. This is almost like a singer-songwriter type album, and there's a wee bit of country in here, there's a wee bit of jazz, there's a wee bit of everything else. So it's not really a pop album, it's more a singer-songwriter, and it is actually very good. I've played this a few times already, but yeah, that I had to get it. Now I did have it on MP3 and I never played it, but when I saw it at a low price, I thought, yeah, add it to the collection. This one here is one that I never had, and I always fancied buying this way back in the 90s, but it was always quite dear. And it's Roy Wood's Singles. Now I've got everything off this on other CDs, but this is a really, really good singles comp, because it takes in more or less everything from Night of Fear of the Move to Oh What a Shame. Roy Wood. I think the only singles missing off this are Wild Tiger Woman by The Move, when Alice comes back from the farm, but the rest of them all hit singles. So you get things like Flowers in the Rain, Blackberry Way, Curly, Tonight, California Man, all Move stuff, Ball Parkinson's See My Baby Jive, Angel Fingers, Forever, Wizard and Roy Wood is Forever, Rock and Roll Winter, Going Down the Road, This Is Story of My Love, Are You Ready to Rock, and Oh What a Shame. 21 tracks, really, really good comp, and delighted to get it. Okay, this one I didn't need because I've got the expanded version, which is Queen Live at Wembley, but I wanted this to sit between A Kind of Magic and A Miracle, and it was about £2. I thought, yeah, why not? And it's Live Magic, and this has One Vision, Tie Your Mother Down, Seven Seas of Rye, kind of Magic, Under Pressure, Another One Bites the Dust, I Want to Break Free, It's Just the World We Create, I just don't like that song, Bohemian Rhapsody, Hammer to Fall, Radio Gaga, We Will Rock You, Friends Will Be Friends, We Are the Champions, and God Save the Queen. It's alright, it's nothing special, but I think it did okay in the charts in around 1986 or 87. So Live Magic by Queen. It's just bog standard CD. And let me see what's any decent pictures. Yeah, I think it's one I would rather have on vinyl than CD, but I'm sure it commands a price. Okay, now I'm going to finish off with two box sets from the same group, and it's Mungo Jerry, and this is the first 5 CD box set, and it takes in their first 5 or their only 5 Dawn albums, which is Mungo Jerry, Electronically Tested, You Don't Have to Be in the Army, Boot Power, and the compilation Long Legged Woman, and each of them has got bonus tracks and a booklet. So you have your little booklet here, which is the same as the cover, and some really good pictures and information, etc. Now I do have the first 4 of these on CD, however they're twofers, especially the Mungo Jerry electronically tested. It's 2 on 1 CD. The other 2, Boot Power and You Don't Have to Be in the Army, are 2 CDs but in one set, and it really annoys me. So we have the Mungo Jerry album, which I also have in vinyl. I've got all these in vinyl actually. Electronically tested. This is the one within the summertime on it. You Don't Have to Be in the Army, a very, very good album. Boot Power, a very underrated album. And then this I do have in vinyl, Long Legged Woman, but I don't think this has ever been released on CD. This is really a compilation, and it's a pretty good one at that. So I'm pleased to get that, and because I bought that, I bought this 5 CD set, which is the albums 1976 to 1981. Now I have 3 of these on CD and the same 3 on vinyl, but I was never happy with the CDs, even though I got them at the time from the Mungo Jerry website. They always seemed a bit CD-y to me. They didn't feel as if they were official releases. So again, you get a nice booklet, and the first one up is Impala Saga, and this is the one with Hello Nadine on it. Good song, very Lady Rose-like. Then you get Loving in the Alleys, Fighting in the Streets. And then you get Mungo Jerry, Ray Dorset and Mungo Jerry with 1978 album. And then these 2 I never had. This seems to be a bit of a compilation. 6 Aside, and then Together Again, I think it's 1982 or 3 or so. So I never actually had them in any format whatsoever, so great to get that. Okay, so that's my vinyl and CD update. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope to have another video quite soon. All the best now. Bye bye.